reunion with only one mention of a penis pump.
I'm not really sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, not even a flashback reel, I don't think, to see it in the shower.
No,
did
we got a still of it in the thing, and some
nice.
mechanical questions. But you know what? We got away scot-free. No penis pump to be mentioned. Here we are. This is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast. We are at the end of season 12. This is reunion part 1.
Mm-hmm.
And reunions are hard to cover. They're hard to figure out how to talk about.
Yeah,
we had this conversation while we were watching.
Yeah, we did. We're doing some Top Chef coverage, which we'll get to also. And, starting off, they all kind of scramble off to go make 15 different things together. And this is similar, honestly. There's just a lot of people with, because I think they all have watched. They all have a lot to say. They all know what people are saying. And they're just ready to unload.
I think I'm having a harder time toggling between the two, rhythms of the two.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the fake space mannequin titties that you saw.
Be more specific, because that could apply to any one of them.
The newer ones.
Not Natalie, though. Natalie, I feel like this has officially become a Natalie Stan podcast, and I will not be taking any feedback on that. But Kim...
Just positive from here.
Kim and Angelica with their new bodies and their new...
Shine.
Yes.
Lots of shine.
Lots of shine. And the skin looks just so taut. They're so much pulled tight that I need to check in on them on their skin health and how they're doing. You ask them, they're doing fine as wine, though, because neither one of these people would ever admit to any kind of vulnerability or any kind of, humanness. And we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But we start out.
Let's introduce.
Oh, by the way, I am Sundi. I am the pop culture professor and the self-proclaimed expert on all things pop culture, except Top Chef. So listen to our coverage for that to see how out of sorts I am on that.
I am Jeff, and of course, the resident restaurant expert here, and this did get filmed inside a restaurant, so I know everything that's going on here.
That's as close as you're going to get on this particular iteration of our coverage. They are in a restaurant, technically, yes.
And you like focusing in on how they're set up at the reunion. So.
I do. And so because Bravo is notorious for putting a lot of emphasis on who is closest to Andy. And, I don't think I realized how big this cast was, because they had 2 layers. There were 2 tiers of it. So we have Andy and Lisa, and you were a little surprised that Lisa even pitched up for this event.
I wasn't sure she was going to be around. And now, having watched the reunion, I'm not sure if she's watched much of the season.
Is Lisa becoming our very own Weekend at Bernie's?
No.
We can't go that far yet.
We can't do that.
Got it.
But if she's not interested in watching it, I'm also like, good for you.
I mean, sure. You know what? It's a lot of work to keep up with this.
She's got swans to take care of. She can't be watching this.
And miniature ponies and, private jets. So if we're looking right at them, it's Andy and Lisa at the helm, as always, because, don't forget, Lisa is an executive producer of this franchise.
Of course.
And then the closest to them, on Lisa's left and on Andy's right, we have Chris and Audrey, which I guess I can get on board with Audrey. I don't understand why Chris has the main seat, but okay.
It's just because it was a Chris and Audrey were an item. So if they're not going to be next to each other. I mean, they were the couple we saw the most, know.
And we did spend a lot of time talking about their dynamic. So
yes, we're not going to talk about Marcus and Kim for an hour.
Oh, wait. We did talk about them a lot. So next to Audrey is Natalie, which, yes, she looks so good. The way in which these women, both Audrey and Natalie, wear these cutout dresses and sit down.
Yeah.
I wonder if they are just sucking in the whole time. Like, I know that they are, thin and fit, but even a sitting down slouching situation, they must had to have been just so pulled in the whole time.
Yeah, I think Natalie looks comfortable. I think she's going to do what she needs. She's a performer, of course. We love the new passenger. single.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
And she just looks ready to go.
And then next to Natalie is Venus, looking real good in his long hair.
Yes.
He looks great. Behind them are Jason.
Yeah, there we go.
Jason, I struggled. And then Demi. And then on the other side, on Andy, we have Chris. And I wrote Natalie, but that's not true.
No, Angelica's
Angelica.
next.
I wrote Natalie twice. I was just blocking out Angelica. So
They all turned into Natalie.
They did.
Everybody
just morphed.
Just 12 Natalies. This is great.
Chris, Angelica, which Angelica was going to her ice skating prom. That's how she looked. And then Shane, which Shane seemed a little out of sorts. We didn't get a whole lot of, outbursts from him. We didn't get a lot of, like clocked in. And then behind Natalie was Kim, and then behind Shane was Marcus, which
Angelica.
Did I say Natalie again? Yeah, it's just wishful thinking. So let me just cross that out so I don't say it again. So behind Angelica is Kim, and here's the problem. Are we seeing Kim's true form now on the reunion? Or is the reunion giving us a skewed view of Kim, and we've been seeing what she really looks like through the whole season? Because she looks different.
I'm thinking this is Kim. This is it.
I mean, look, I know you do not love to talk about women's looks, but I'm going in. I'm heading in. Everybody, just close your ears if you don't want to hear me be a bitch about it. She looks solidly 10 years older. This woman is a beautiful woman. She is in her early 30s. She looks like she is the president of the PTA for her 17-year-old son's high school who doesn't want to speak to her anymore.
No, somewhere near Cape Canaveral, Florida.
Yes.
She's been smoking for a minimum of 23 years.
Oh, for sure. For sure. She sits on her front porch.
Big Tervis tumbler.
That's right. Calls it a glitter cup.
Yeah. Vodka and sweet tea.
That's right. Bitches about people crossing her lawn. She
will not throw away medicine.
No,
14 years
absolutely
ago.
not. Absolutely not. She is going to dig out some hard candy in her purse and then be mad about it. She's also going to be mad if she sees somebody filming in public because, these kids. She is so greasy. And it's not even just her either, right? She's not the only one who just looks slick. Are we old? Are we not clocked into the oiled up?
It's shiny.
Are we not clocked into that, though? Is that what the kids are doing these days?
They're not all as shiny.
I don't know. Angelica's real shiny. Maybe it's because her skin's pulled so tight because of them damn softball titties she's got. But Natalie looks, fairly shiny. Audrey looks fairly shiny. Also, I was worried about a nip slip with Audrey the whole time.
Worried?
Well, hoping. But I mean,
actively willing it to happen.
Trying to make it happen. But the way that these cut out gowns were happening, they were holding on for dear life.
They're begging for a slip.
Yeah. The bad news is we did not get DJ Blackout at all. We got a little bit. He's leading up. He's slurring a little bit.
No, far from DJ Blackout though.
Yeah.
We do get. I like the studded pink shirt LVP's wearing.
Yes. Right. And her veneers.
Yeah. They do bring up Shane's laugh. We don't get a lot of him, But Andy says it's a hot topic.
Yes.
And hot topic manager, I think, is what is the job Shane's dressing for.
Yes, because he does not look as put together as normal. Shane says that he's been accused of having a, quote, hot guy laugh, but also a, quote, dumb guy laugh. So y'all come at us to tell me what a hot guy's laugh is or / dumb guy's laugh, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how
We're learning. This is educational.
We did get a fun little flashback, though. It's been 13 years since the season 1 Vanderpump reunion, and they look so just quaint compared to what these folks were wearing. I think Jax was wearing just a little sweater, and everybody's just kind of wearing their Sunday best. These folks are going for Miss America, and it was just a quaint situation. So I think it was very sweet. And, we do cover season 3, and this reunion was not as explosive as I thought it was going to be. I was really worried that we were going to get in there. We're going to get so many bombs dropped that I wasn't be able to keep up with it. But that's not really how it went.
No, a lot of retreading stuff.
I was just about to say, we retread a lot. So, Audrey's mad, Marcus is drunk, Natalie's dumb, there's drama, dysfunction, dreams are shattered, blah, blah, blah. Andy says hi to everybody. That's like a little bit that he does. He goes around and says hi to everybody.
Make sure Marcus is mostly straight.
He's not, though. He's not mostly straight.
No.
We have, very much retread that particular situation. He does put a different number on it. I think earlier in the season, a couple episodes, he says that he's about 10% gay. That has gone up.
Well, he said at least 10.
At least 10. Yeah.
So, I mean, we're still
up.
in at least 10 covers a lot of percentages.
And it's really important, too, for Marcus to kind of tease Kim about her being all the way straight. Like, he just doesn't want to accept it. That Kim, how dare she be all the way straight?
I didn't really understand her explanation of it either, so...
Which, we know what that means. First off, my opinion is nobody is all the way straight. Everybody wants to fuck Pedro Pascal, okay? It doesn't matter where you're at. We're all on board for him. But we did learn that Demi has a boyfriend who is the previous manager of Sir.
Yeah, keeping it in the restaurant. Demi just keeps it at work.
Not get out of their own way. Girl, get out of Sir. Don't date Reed. Oh, we talked about Natalie's passenger. We do know that that's out there. Natalie's single passenger.
Mm-hmm.
And Audrey describes herself as a slutty Marilyn Monroe. But Andy called it...
Old Hollywood meets Skin.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Which also, yes. Yes to all of it, really.
Yeah. And
don't forget your boy Jason server reel now.
Oh.
Crab cakes come in a
they come in a cake with a creamy side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, crab cakes, how dare they be in a cake? We do understand, too, and I don't know if you knew this, so Jeff, just buckle in for this education. A penis pump doesn't make it bigger. It just makes it harder.
That's how Shane likes to use it.
Right. Because, Shane said it hurt. Remember? Shane says he couldn't use the penis pump because it hurts.
His pills.
So he just uses his...
Pardon, forgive me.
The way that this man throws around the phrase erectile dysfunction, I feel like I love that he's destigmatizing it. I love that he is just owning the situation. Yes, throw around erectile dysfunction.
Probably a hero to lots of folks.
I think so. This handsome man, for sure. And, we start out, and you and I had a sort of a different memory about how we started out with Natalie's problems in the beginning. I only remember that we got that flashback to her losing her shit, crashing out because of Paolo, and her family was there and she got ejected. We met her as she was coming off a suspension.
Correct.
And, then we get into this whole situation where Paolo started out with Demi, but then Demi and him had some kind of breaking point, and he immediately fucked Natalie, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah,
there was some
crossover.
Yeah,
and I mean, I just once again, that's just Sir being Sir.
Sir, just out here sirring. Again, I wrote Kim looks rough. Her boobs look so much younger than she is. That is so mean to say, and I hate to come for another woman's looks. You know what? That's just kidding. I don't hate for it. I don't hate to do it. I'm going to do it. The lighting isn't flattering, whatever angle is. I don't know if production hates her or her makeup artist hates her or what, but they could have done several things to make this woman look her age and to make her look like the beautiful woman that she is. They did not do it.
So if you're saying they were not teaming up to make a Donatella Versace Bratz doll. Which is kind of what I'm seeing.
Jeff, that is exactly it. She absolutely is a Donatella. But worse bleach job.
I started going mob wifey, and I thought that was really insulting to mob wives, and I definitely don't want to piss that crew off.
That's right.
But
no, Drita, we love you. Call me.
But they have to talk to her about something. And I wonder if it's just because that's why she's first. Okay, Kim, let's address you. You and Natalie had some beef. Is that what we can talk about? And I mean, this is the very first.
Jeff, I dare you to tell me 3 things that Kim did this season. Tell me 3 interesting things that this woman did this season.
Saw her on a yoga mat once.
No, I said interesting.
Oh, interesting?
Mm-hmm.
That's on the spot. I mean,
She loves coffee.
yeah,
Oh,
she's going to be that person in the office who loves coffee.
She was given special hugs.
Is that interesting?
Well, it was interesting to Marcus.
It's interesting. I mean, not.
We talked a lot about how interesting it was for Marcus, but no, she's not an interesting person. And yeah, okay. So we're going to move on from that. So Natalie and Kim had some beef.
Which was super annoying to begin with.
Yeah. And
way back when. And
there was nothing.
They get a pitch with their voices together. That's really
And there was nothing
special.
there. Also, too, are these women fighting over this empty pillowcase with sunglasses? This man is stealing sangria from the walk-in, and they are screaming at each other about this nothing burger. That's embarrassing. Like,
and it really didn't happen.
No.
Like the whole heel misunderstanding and all this.
Yeah,
Like,
why
no, we cleared this up 3 months ago.
Why didn't Andy get into that? Like, why didn't Andy say, hey, Kim, by the way, here are the text messages. It is absolutely proven that Marcus was doing some bullshit and trying to make you be mad about it, and Natalie wasn't doing shit. Also, too, I admire Natalie's just like, fuck it, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want attitude. Like,
she does not take it lightly. She does not take any of it lightly. You want to get in, you want to bring up Paolo? Let's talk Paolo.
Talk about
you want to bring up my old beef that we don't need to talk about and it was boring 3 months ago? I'm getting into it. Like, you want to go back and forth? We can do it all day. And Andy says, no.
Yeah, and I do find Andy chuckles a little bit, though, too, because I think that he kind of is clocking the dynamic. Obviously, Natalie's the star. And we said this before we even started, like, recording. Venus and Natalie, that is the Three's Company reboot I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, that is brilliant. And we'll get to Venus in a minute because he had some very, very poignant moments. And my heart breaks for him, not only because this man hasn't had sex in 8 years, because this man has not had sex in 8 years.
Yeah, just a blowy in a SUR parking lot. So I'm glad we got that.
Yeah, but then he's getting...
I wonder if Lisa saw that. Because I thought she would have brought that up if she knew about that. Because that aired.
Well, Lisa had to ask a few clarifying questions throughout this episode. And I think she might be aging out of being, the one with her finger on the pulse. I will say, in her defense, though, Homie Hopper is not fully in
the lexicon.
The lexicon. But I think with context...
Yeah.
We could have gotten it.
I like she steps in, though. Like, once Andy's like, we're not doing this, she's like, take a beat. Just, y'all, because it's clear which one of these two is going to stop. Neither. They've got to step in.
Look, you know how I was sort of teasing about Top Chef earlier doing a pun?
Yeah.
Andy Cohen loves a pun.
Oh, yeah.
He said something about, Audrey is not Chris's only fan. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
But... there was a lot of talk about this relationship. Do you believe that these two people were together in a real way or liked each other in a real way? Or was it completely showmance?
I do think they were really into each other.
I
mean, Chris says it. They got no reason. There's no reason for Audrey to just go along with this. I mean, she's on the show already.
Yeah.
She got on there without dating him. So, I mean, this happens. And I like that they even go down their reasons for getting into together. Like, Audrey heard that his type was exactly her opposite, so it was like a little bit of a challenge. He found her easy to talk to and mature, which is for him.
I found some red flags in this conversation.
Still that. I don't mean that that means they're good together. I do not think they should be.
He says the phrase, she's more mature for her age, which gross. That's what groomers say. I'm not accusing him of being a groomer, but I'm just saying he is using language that is a real red flag. And then he also says that he had a thing for older women. How old was he when he had a thing for older women?
Well, in his teens. So, I mean... Maybe if he has some grooming tendencies, maybe that was shown to him.
Yeah. Do we need to call a crisis intervention for this man? Because it seems like maybe he was groomed a little bit. Like he had a teacher that was inappropriate to him.
I think we're late on
Yeah.
that.
Is it too late?
Yeah.
The horse is out of the barn.
But, so to speak.
He says that he has a thing for older women, and I just wrote, yeah, because those are the ones that have money. But and he also, Jeff, he calls Lisa Mama Pump.
We get Mama Pump again. It's been a while.
I'm out. I'm done. I quit. Goodbye, podcast.
We were fans when that came up for the first time.
I know. I think I was grossed out then as well. I do. Also, I wrote flirts with Ken. Why did I write flirts with Ken? Who's flirting with Ken?
Don't know, because Chris was hardcore flirting with Lisa when they were at the house.
I remember something about they were like, he's like, yeah, I'll flirt with anybody. I'll flirt with Ken. And then he said something about he had a kink because he was talking about kink for older women. And I wrote, yeah, ... for money.
You really into him going for the gold digger type
This
here.
man, is that crazy? He fucks mad bitches. Like, come on.
He didn't say that now. The cousin said that.
Not the cousin said it. Andy said it. Audrey said it. I believe Natalie
eventually
said
now everyone has said it. Yeah.
Everybody has adopted this phrase about fucking mad bitches. So, you know what? He smelt it. He dealt it. I cannot.
Ooh.
I can't.
And the it you're talking about here
is the
okay,
fucking mad
on.
bitches. Audrey is coming out real hot, and Andy later at the very end. We talked about this before, but like I take issue with him kind of like say, "Why are you so angry?" That is really calling up some Lisa Rinna, which by the way, I'm reading her autobiography right now. Do it; it's real juicy. But he's like, Audrey's really loud and really vocal about his reality shows. Now, to recap, for those of us who did not listen to our early coverage, which what are you doing? Go back and listen to it. He was on 3 other reality shows. So he was on 2 Netflix shows, right? He was on Perfect Match. I know it's been so long.
Dated and Related.
Dated and Related. And
then he had an OnlyFans.
Then he had an OnlyFans one, and then there was Cousins. There was another one. There were 3. Y'all, I'll get back to you on the third one because there definitely was 3. Because I watched because we're nothing but facts-based. There's more talk about them breaking the bed frame, and they kept fucking.
They kept going.
Good for you. High five, high five. Yeah, everybody, you're young, you have fun. We got it. They're both Aries.
Yeah.
Both Audrey and Chris are Aries, which I think that might be a bad thing.
It seems like it.
Yeah, fire. But you could say what you want to about the cousin fuckers, but they have each other's back. They do not turn on each other. They do not say bad things about each other. They are not gossiping. Like, they are ride for each other. And I appreciate that. Do I want to fuck my cousin? No, I do not. But do I appreciate the bond that dynamic has created? Yes, I do.
No, they're good on here still. And like, Jason is still being nice about Audrey, even though things didn't work out between his cousin and her.
Yeah.
Said she's great, sure. Then the mad bitches thing up, which was Audrey's second red flag after the reality show.
Yeah. She heard him talking about the reality shows when they were in Paso Robles. That was the thing where she heard him talking about it. And Andy interrogates that a little bit, where he was like, hey, were you looking for love on those shows? And he was honest. He was like, nah, just wanted to be famous. He's padding his CV. But while I applaud his honesty, it does undermine his authenticity on this show. So we're supposed to believe that all of those other shows, that those shows aren't like ours. Our show's the one that he loves. He loves us, not them. And that, I don't know, calls into a little bit of
That's why it's the second red flag.
Yeah.
That's the exact, all those reasons, all that doubt is exactly her second red flag.
I was talking about for me personally, not for Audrey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was the show we also needed to dissect.
Yeah, no. I'm just talking about the feelings that I'm having.
How's the lighting in there?
My feelings about that.
But it made her realize that she liked it when she had those feelings about it.
Yeah, and I do think they liked each other.
Yeah.
You don't break a bed with somebody that you don't.
That's not true at all. That shit can happen. What are you talking about?
Listen, Jeff's a slut. He just admitted it. Here it is. But then we got into this thing, and this is a thing that Bravo does at the reunions that I really wish they would kind of move away from, where they talk about things that happened on social media or outside of what we saw. So, because they're talking about a woman posted that she was having a relationship with Chris. It was like a Reddit thread, and, Audrey said that the details are believable, but we weren't let in on that. And I want to say, I'm fairly online.
Play along at home, yeah.
Yeah, but I am online, right? Like I am clocked in to the Bravo universe, and even this did not come across my particular timeline and my awareness. And so this is new news. So I don't know. Either
Well, they really make it seem like nothing happened. And then they kind of prove to each other that it really didn't happen. And then all that to say it was 100% real with Audrey, which they've been saying the whole time.
But like,
So
why?
this retreading, like they really are they're making this point over and over again. And it's like everyone's agreeing.
Why bring it up though? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This whole thing, like Chris and Audrey had a thing and it seemed real. Was it for you? Yep. Was for me too. All right. Well, let's talk about it.
Well,
They agreed.
Was
This isn't
Natalie the one?
either
Natalie
or.
was the one
She
that
brought it to Audrey's attention.
because
she's
did.
not on Reddit.
Yeah. Because Natalie shows up. She understands the assignment. She clocks in. She's earning that paycheck.
Yeah.
Because she felt like this is a Real Housewives move. I've just felt like you really needed to know. I just felt like you needed to know. And that's a Real Housewives move.
They bring it up also because I'm sure everybody's suspicious about Chris sleeping with other people.
He denies it though.
He says he was not. They go down him being surprised, and then then the either or comes up. He's all in, puts the brakes on, all in. Which they both do.
I couldn't even keep up with it. Even though I lived it in real time, like even though I watched the episodes, I still couldn't he wanted to, but no, he didn't.
Well, they show you get to see Lisa take it all in, like she's watching it for the first time, which she is. Yeah. And so she's confused by it all. And I think she's confused because she was around doing her thing in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. I guarantee you what confuses her is the no casual sex between these people.
You know what? That's exactly right.
Chris is bringing up kids, marriage, all this stuff.
Those two
They're
things.
not even dating.
Out loud.
Like, y'all go have sex.
And she's 22.
Yes.
He's like, I don't want to be married. I don't have kids.
You
Nobody does
haven't even had
now.
a third date. We can't even get to y'all aren't even getting fries off the other one's plate. And you're talking about all this other stuff.
Jeff, is this the new?
You can do one.
Is this the new because the youth that they are just so?
That's what I've been calling it.
Like weird about casual sex, and they're so weird about these friends with benefits. Is this because the youth? Are we old because we fucked around?
I know. It seems like it worked fine.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, and they didn't seem super mad at each other.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
like
and
I said,
I do
even
like that.
Jason could be out of nowhere, actually, because she upset Chris. I don't like her, but didn't seem to. And Chris has moved on. Audrey has moved on to taking care of herself.
Part of the reason I really like Audrey is that she has a good head on her shoulders. She says this thing where she's like, listen, man, I'm not going to let nobody do something to me twice. Or 3 times or 4 times. And I think that's a really, really good way to be in your 20s. Like, be open, be up for anything, but don't let anything happen to you twice. And I think that is a fairly smart way to be. She's beautiful. She's talent adjacent. And she has this platform. And, she has that dress on.
That's a compliment, Audrey. If you're out there, talent adjacent is a compliment.
Well, we don't really know yet, right?
Yes, I've seen her in the music video, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, with Shane and the.
I didn't notice Shane.
Oh, that's right. Shane was there too.
Thank you for telling me.
And then she also does this thing too, which I really won't want us to make it a thing. She was like, "Listen, you gave me tulips in a sandwich. That's crazy work." I feel like that needs to be worked in.
Well, the tulip shade was also, she said, I've got to give Chris his flowers, not tulips, because he tried to give her tulips.
Yeah, but what's wrong with tulips?
Well, because he thought it might be her favorite flower.
No, but that's splitting hairs though, a little bit.
But he brought it up being her favorite flower.
I know,
and she has a flower tattooed on her. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, I do, but I feel like we're giving tulips a real bad rap. But he says the understatement of the year, where he's like, "Yeah, I mean, I've got commitment issues." You don't say, sir.
Yeah, I just don't like it. That's not really an issue.
Yeah. He says that he is seeing someone, which good luck to you, girl. If you're listening to this, run. And she is seeing herself. And I will say this is the part where you chimed in. I'm paraphrasing here. You're like, just fuck already.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I paraphrased that, but you shouted that out because you're like, y'all, what are you doing? Nobody's trying to get married. Nobody's trying to hem you up. And, these folks are just too pretty to be sprung this way. They're just too pretty.
Speaking of pretty couples, Guess who we get to talk about next?
Don't say Kim and Marcus.
It's Kim and Marcus. Of
I
course
thought you
it
said
is.
speaking of pretty couples.
I did.
Because listen,
Should I have said despite?
yes, because Marcus looks like he has scurvy. Like, give this man a glass of whole milk. Okay? He looks like
That would come up so fast. It would not know what to do down there.
For so many reasons. But he looks like a Victorian child that's been locked in a box. Like, please, sir. Oh, the sun's too bright. His skin is so thin. He has not had a piece of red meat in months. He is frail. He's a frail thing.
Well, that's why it was hard for Kim to hear about him falling out of love with her then.
I want you to, I need to check in with this. How much longer would you stay in a relationship when a woman or a person looked you dead in the face and said, I just don't think I'm in love with you. I think I'm falling out of love with you.
I would immediately split up with him and get back together with him in 12 hours.
Oh.
This is normal behavior
That's
here.
so interesting because that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Well, and guess what? Everyone's reaction to it was
complete disbelief.
That's
or
it.
shock that this person exists in the world. But you know what? The more I get to know Kim, I think the more she might deserve Marcus.
Oh.
At first, I thought, oh, you know what? Let's leave Marcus and his special hugs to heal on his own. You know, she just doesn't. The more I get to know her, the more I think that she would like demand a refund at her hair salon after 4 hours of work.
Yeah, well, she's going to put on a visor with a sweatband attached to it anyway and go on down the road. So don't worry about it.
Yes, I mean, like her favorite aunt's named Jessica. Like I just
She keeps her cigarettes in one of those purses that clips closed.
Jeff and I have had some conversations.
Yeah. Believe it or not, also, more surprises on the Marcus and Kim front. Also, did we ever do a ship name like Carcass? Didn't we discuss that?
We did not, but I feel like Carcass is it. No notes, no feedback. There'll be no voting. But also, y'all go vote on what you want your Sandoval and Ariana's ship name to be, because we've gotten some votes and it's not going the way that I want. So I need you to go and, hedge the vote.
Marcus tells us that they were in a rough place before filming.
What? You don't say.
Yeah, and after.
And during. And now.
Multiple times.
These assholes probably fought in the dressing room before they came out there. Right? She probably took a drink out of his hand and said, no, don't do it. And he probably lost his shit and punched a hole in the drywall. Like, these people are terrible. These folks grew up 2 trailers down from me in the trailer park. I'm just saying, I know them. I know Marcus and Kim. And 2, they are having pregnancy scares. That's TBD. But
it's a scare for sure.
I mean, it's
to be talked about
for humanity. It's a scare for humanity. We need to go sneak in to their apartment and like inject her with the implant, or like crush up some birth control and just like put it in her, because
I'm not that invested. I don't want it to happen, but I'm not B&E on him.
I will B&E because this woman.
Just go to whatever bakery in WeHo's doing Disney princess cupcakes and see if you can get some. See
if I can just lace them with like.
She's bound to order some here soon.
This is a fun thing too that everybody gets involved in. He says, listen, I know people think that we think we're the perfect couple, and Natalie shouts, no one thinks that.
No, Natalie and Venus are not scared to stand up for saying like, this is not what we see. You are not compatible.
Again, I wrote Kim looks crazy.
Here's another one. You know who's all for their relationship? Angelica.
Yes. So talk to me a little bit about what you think her motivation is for being on board with these 2 idiots.
When Angelica spoke up, my first thought was that I missed DJ Blackout. I wanted Marcus to be like sitting back there with a flask and just like, that's right when he got tippled over into
like one half of his collar.
Times,
yeah. One half of his collar popped up. Yes. He's like Pumptini.
That's right.
I just wrote Natalie is such a suck up. What do you think? Do you think that she has burned every bridge with every other cast member? And these
you
are
think Natalie's a suck up?
No. Angelica.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I open my mouth, Natalie comes out. Name of my sex tape. But I mean, Angelica, she is such.
I have no concept. I mean, I think she and Kim appear to be friends.
How many scenes did we see them together?
Like Paso Robles, they were in the room together.
Okay, one.
And then anytime everyone was together, we also saw them together.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
So one. Well, I think maybe that Angelica has burned every bridge with every other cast member, and these are the last two people that she can kind of like stand with. I would be surprised if Angelica, I've said this before, that if she comes back for season 2, she is not having a real great go. And you can always tell when a cast member is getting a lot of like negative feedback by the amount of posts that they do, and like the timbre and like the tone of their posts.
She's out there
because she's just like, yeah, think about this, America, and post, and so she's always kind of like coming at us, like she's tweeting and posting at us, and so I think that's a real marker for where she's at in her Vanderpump Rules journey.
Yeah, I'm sure she wouldn't come back also, because I'm sure she knows exactly when to play it cool and step out while you're on top. She seems
she
to not overstay her welcome.
Yeah,
anywhere.
She has a really good sense of in her personal relationships. I do want to sort of like take the tone to a little bit more of a somber place for everyone when we talk about Venus. First and foremost, Venus says that Marcus reminds him of his ex. Well, he didn't say that. Kim said that the reason that Venus has such feelings about everything is because Marcus reminds him of his ex. And I would like to interject here that Venus gave us 2 exes. Number 1 was the physically abusive man that would beat him up in the car. And the other was the teacher?
Boss.
The other was the boss that didn't pay him for sex. Was that what I heard?
I think would pay.
It was
a rough boss relationship.
It was
for sure.
These two.
That one especially got him into some dark places.
These two really, really destructive, terrible relationships that led him to his 8 years of celibacy. And are these the exes that remind him of Marcus?
That is exactly what Kim is referring to.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough because
that's what your buddy said about you.
Yeah. I mean, that might need a little unpacking. DJ Blackout, Marcus, that needs something. You might need to think about that.
It doesn't just lead to the 8 years of, no sex though. It's what got him out to LA and really made him, instead of going dark, he really wanted to like make something of himself, and he's coming out and doing it.
Yeah.
And Marcus is hearing all this, and he gets emotional.
He does. Is this before or after that Venus said that he would rather eat Kim out than fuck Marcus?
That comes later. That's later, but he does say that.
Yeah, I thought we should just put it out there now, because I don't know if I 100% believe this, because I know for a fact that Marcus wants to fuck Venus. Like, I think that he wants it. Does Venus want to be with Marcus? Probably not in a healthy way.
So. No, I don't think so in any kind of way.
Well,
really.
We are all chasing patterns. And so if we want to sort of like draw some geometrical lines.
Also escaping patterns. So.
Right. But most of us are repeating patterns. And so if we are talking about he reminds him of a boss or a bad ex, and he is continually staying in this friendship with him that is destructive and terrible, Venus is chasing a pattern. And would he allow it?
I think he's I think eventually you're going to run into somebody with those characteristics.
I think you are very optimistic. I think that so many people, especially in your 20s, early 20s, we are seeking out things that feel familiar to us, and even though those things are destructive and even though those things hurt us, they are a familiar pattern for us. And I think that in a drunken moment, if both Marcus and Venus were 10 shots deep on Tito's, would they do it? Absolutely. Would Marcus hurt Venus's feelings for like several months after? Absolutely. Because I'm just going to say it right here. I believe Marcus has some unresolved feelings about his sexuality. And I think maybe that's why Kim is so mad.
Do you want me to get the old school, this just in teletype sound of thing?
I'm not trying to be ugly, but I would bet you $1,000 that Marcus only likes to have sex with Kim from behind.
All right. What I want more, even though we're getting a lot from Venus right here, is just more. This is a touching story,
he
and I'm with
cries.
Venus, but we've heard this story.
Mhm.
Him telling Lisa when they're setting up Pride.
Yeah.
Him at Pride when we're celebrating all this stuff, and he gives a very heartwarming, speech about his struggles from Texas to here.
Yeah.
And now here we are at the reunion. We get a little time with Venus, and he's sharing us this story. I will listen to it more, but I bet he has a lot more to offer than
Yes.
this. I think Natalie has a lot more to show us than what we're being shown.
Yeah.
These two I like, and
That's
I want
been our
more
beef
of.
with this show the whole time.
Yeah, and I
you
wonder
know?
if us watching these seasons that go into the teens, the number of episodes, and this one
Mhm.
had 12, maybe if we're just used to seeing people more.
Yeah.
And
You know what I found really telling too is that whenever he got so upset that everybody reacted immediately. They were like, "Oh my God, tell us what you're feeling. Oh, are you crying?"
there was a lot of, what
Yeah.
are you feeling? Let's
Yeah,
talk
and
about it.
I wonder how he must present in his, like, day-to-day interactions with his friends. Like, were they looking at him and being super surprised that he was crying? Like, they all seemed really, really intentional about checking in with him, and I think that maybe that might be a marker that he might not be a real sharer. Yes, he has
Yeah.
shared some things with us in the camera, but I don't know if we're sitting around, over a microphone filming a podcast, if he is saying his feelings in a
Yeah.
real way.
Because I know way more about Shane, and I've seen Shane do a bunch more different things than I
Yeah.
have Venus, even though I feel like I've spent more time with Venus.
That's a good point.
I've just seen that over and over again. And like I said, I will watch that again. However, I would rather see him do other things.
Yeah, I just wrote in all caps, "Protect Venus at all
Absolutely.
costs." And then
More
Marcus
of
cries.
this.
This is where Marcus cries and gets really upset because his boyfriend and the love of his life is
Yeah.
hurting in a way that he cannot, heal. And he doesn't have resentment. That's what Venus says about Marcus, which is a very strange way to talk about a platonic friendship. The way that these people talk about their platonic friendships is so bizarre to me. I'm just going to love you from afar is what Venus says. And I mean, true, that's probably your safest bet, but is this how we're talking about platonic friendship?
I think he's trying to be nice and be like, I'm not going to be paying much attention to you,
Oh,
because they have had a friendship breakup and gotten back
Yeah.
together. And he talks about how he used to avoid him, but
well,
it's up and down, which is the best you're going to get with a relationship with Marcus.
yeah. I mean, what do you think is the over under on Kim, Marcus, and Venus having some three-ways?
The same I thought at the beginning. You're trying to wish this into happening.
I don't think I'm wishing.
I don't think Venus and Marcus are hooking up in any way whatsoever.
Y'all at me if you disagree, because
All right.
there's some real tension that's happening. Also, too, I'm always going to root for two men to just kiss. Kiss! Anytime, if I watch a press briefing, kiss. If I watch two world leaders, just kiss. I just want it. I feel like it would just dissolve a lot of problems.
What about Andy and Shane? Do you want to see them kiss?
Yes.
I like them
absolutely do. I just cannot tell who would be the top in that situation.
I'm like, Andy's going on Shane. I'm like, here we go. I want to hear about losing your virginity in the ditch. Let's hear about some of your struggles and get into that a little bit more. And it's like, all right.
Oh, Jeff took it way back.
That's what I want to hear about. Come on.
He needs to write an autobiography,
Yes.
I think. But get a ghostwriter, because his voice would probably just be so ridiculous. His writing style would be a lot of bros and, dopes. But he has a really interesting story. And that is immediately what endeared me to him, is that he struggled with this really tumultuous childhood. He grappled with addiction. He is actively sober. He actively works for it. That endears me to him. And then he is such a fucking dirtbag. And it kind of undoes all of the goodwill that his, goodness does. And I just want to be like, hey, man, Could you just not do that? Could you not undermine how I'm feeling about you? Like, I want to root for you, even though you're doing, what do they call the things that he does? The TikTok shorts?
Vertical dramas.
Vertical dramas. That's right. I can never, ever lock that
Don't
in.
worry, because we're not going to talk about any of that. Like, he just brings up Natalie for a minute, and then...
Which is the least of any of that. So,
Shane, you were with 37 women this season. Do you want to talk about the one you didn't really hook up with?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe for a minute. All right, you want to go talk to Angelica now?
I would much rather have talked about the girl that was waiting in her car for the other one to walk out than the woman, Natalie. That was nothing.
She's still there. She's still in that alley today.
No, she's out in the parking lot of the studio they're doing. But I bet we're going to get some Angelica Shane stuff in part 2. I mean, right? We have to.
Well,
obviously.
We go right to Angelica.
I really, really enjoy this whole, really, before we go to Angelica, this back and forth between Shane and, because, Natalie had a thing with Jason, had a thing with Shane, and I wanted to be a date. What was a date? And Natalie's like, what's a date? And I was like, girl, you're my hero. I love you so much.
They were kind of both dates, though.
I mean, I think more Jason than Shane, right? Because her and Jason met at a place, and there was a designated time.
But this is what I'm about the other stuff. They talked about if there was a date or not. Then Jason and Natalie talked if it was a date or not.
Well, listen, she's sorry if she didn't read his mind. I'm sorry if you were thinking it was a date in your brain and I didn't know that. Sorry. And I'm like, girl, I love you so much. She is just
Natalie
baller.
Has her own way, and it is awesome.
Andy sort of encapsulates the whole Angelica season with, hey, you fall in love kind of fast, right?
Yeah.
Was she even able to defend it? How did she even...
Well, she's almost done with her transformation from her enlarged superhero figurine that almost became human. She hasn't quite evolved all the way, so she doesn't know how to take it, and I think that's what causes it to, she just goes real hard.
Yeah, she was like a Stepford Wife factory reject. She landed in the reject bin. We
get to go over the Taekwondo date some more.
Sir, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm. Because, allegedly, she's a black belt in Taekwondo.
Judo. Yeah.
We're mixed up on our martial arts here. But this is what the thing is too. You cannot have it both ways, darling. You cannot come in and be like, hey, I am this badass 3rd degree black belt. I am here. I'm ready this day. I'm going to spar. I'm going to hold my own. I'm going to really show. And then be like, oh, you threw me around and you tried to kiss me when you're on top of me. You can't have it both ways. And I don't want to take away from her experience. She never said that she felt unsafe, but she was alluding to it. Oh, you were on top of me and holding me down and trying to kiss me. That's pretty loaded language there.
But it's so much this was a couple episodes, Yeah. And it's well, here we go. And we have a whole 10-minute segment on it.
And it was a couple episodes and a whole week of social media beef.
Yeah. And then I'm Demi's over there just I should have picked up that shift at Villa Blanca tonight. Why am I here? We're just we go to a break and come back, and it opens on them two just talking about it for so long.
She says shit as a man, you should have been more delicate with me. She's AI, right?
Absolutely.
She's not real in person. She is an AI creation of a pick-me dummy.
Yeah, that's why they were able to ship her out for some new parts.
That's right. They just put her in the factory.
I think she's trying to say that she came in and tried to stir shit up on purpose because everybody was boring.
Well, yeah, this was a weird thing too. And so, and Jason admits that he was in a long distance relationship in a different country with a different relationship. I want, we'll put a pin in that. I would like to talk more about that, Sarah. Please, publish your diary entries because say more. But this whole thing was really weird because she said, nobody even told me what was going on. I was trying to come in and do this. That was some fourth wall breaking, maybe, was it? Is that how you read it?
No, well, it's she tried to come in and make that she went in there tried to have some kind of purpose, and everybody was just chilling out doing their thing.
Yeah.
She's we need to make some stuff happen. And it's like, no, we're just doing our thing here.
Yeah, but the way she made it out, and they made a big deal about her like coming in the first episode, like falling down.
She has no real basis for doing anything.
No.
There's nothing natural about it at all.
She acts like she's just like some really like pure force that came in and everybody like enacted on her. And that is just not what it was. And there was this whole weird exchange between her and Jason about watch what you post and what you say online is really damaging. Yeah. Well, I think that what I gathered from that is like something happened off screen, off.
She did. She's telling everybody they're boring. She's saying it's her that got them the second season, and no one appreciates it.
I think something beyond all of that, and they have all sort of complicitly agreed, hey, we won't talk about it. But then, like, the more they get, like, fired up in the reunion, they're kind of threatening, kind of like playing chicken, like Jack says. Like, I think they're all saying, like, hey, I know some shit about you. I know some shit about you. Just tell us. There is a sense that they have been through something or they did something or had some kind of beef that we don't know about.
No one understands where she's coming from. I mean, Audrey straight up tells her, you should be studying in a lab. They all just don't get where she's coming from.
Yeah.
We go down like the, jiu-jitsu thing goes on forever. Then we go back and forth with Homie Hopper for
that is
way too long.
Yes, like she sort of like clicks into like, robot mode. That is slut shaming. You hurt me. I can't no, she is so unlikable. She's so unlikable.
Who's sending Audrey death threats on Angelica's behalf?
Well,
what kind of special place does that come from?
I mean, I think no, I don't doubt that though. Like the internet is such a disgusting, nasty place. I bet people are saying like, yeah, I bet you should do this or you should go there or somebody ought to do this to you. Like I don't doubt it because people
that's
are
what's horrible is I believe it. I'm saying but there's a person out there who on the stranger Angelica's
that is what I'm finding.
Or it's another AI bot that she knows in her lab.
I am finding it harder to believe that Angelica has stans. Like who is out here like 10 toes down riding for Angelica?
That's what I mean. And got online and said something to Audrey about it.
Yeah.
And nobody will just even bother to tell Lisa what a homie hopper is.
Well, I think Andy had to whisper.
He did.
But use your context clues, Lisa. But this is where it ends, where Andy's like, Audrey, why are you so mad? I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I am not about it.
She did scream, shut the fuck up a lot of times in a row.
Yeah, she did. But, we
like Audrey. And so we don't want Andy to say anything to her. But I mean, it is like, I bet, we only see what we see.
I am hoping that Audrey does not make us eat our words, though, because this particular showing at the reunion, it didn't make me like her more. Right. It's not her best. She's not putting her best foot forward here. So, and I love her little bob haircut. She looks great. She looked great. But she's being a little something. And this is what's giving me something's happening behind the scenes.
I don't think she wanted to be there. Really.
Yeah,
she started the day getting in like a trailer. She's like, I need like 8 shots of tequila today to get through. And it was like, oh, well, that's fun. Like Andy's getting out like, hey, everybody. Chris is getting out like finger guns. Like, Audrey, you're a big breakout star. I'll be in my trailer. Thank you.
We do get some scenes from the next. And Shane says that he has only been with 6 women this year.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know what this year means for him. Does he mean like the year they were, like the time they were filming? Does he mean like the fiscal year? Does he mean like the calendar year?
It's 26, right?
I mean, he had women like stacked up, but 2, he says 2 from the cast. Who is it? It's Natalie, obviously. And then.
You don't think Angelica?
She says, no, she said no, she didn't sleep with cousin fucker.
Also, just because they said it in reunion 1 doesn't mean it won't change.
She said that Angelica said she did not sleep with Jason.
Right.
But so that's what, so you think, I got my wires crossed. So
there's a good chance you're talking about Natalie and Jason, not Shane and Angelica, and we've just crossed into a whole new plane.
Well, there are some. Yeah, there are some things. So You think Natalie and Shane? No. You think Angelica and Shane? You think Angelica gave it up?
That day that he was listening to her talk and got up to go play the video game, when he finally stopped listening to her, I was like, oh, that happened. And now she's got new boobies since. I'm sure.
She presents as so prudish, though.
She just changes every 30 seconds.
Fair enough. And this is where we get that stupid, like...
Small wonder, big boobs?
Kids, ask your parents how small.
Please, if you're looking for a robot show reference, just go look up Small Wonder.
Small Wonder is going on my social media list. This is where we get like the hint of a pregnancy scare. I swear to God, I will burn this planet down.
Yeah, what a weird thing to tease everybody about. Like, hey, guess what we might be discussing
it's
next
rage
week?
Bait.
Like, what?
It is 100% rage bait. And then Andy asks Jason and Chris on a scale of 0 to White Lotus, and you were remiss that you never got to make the White Lotus joke.
Well, I didn't know how exactly to make the connection. And so he's just kind of like, well, the White Lotus of it all. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you just drop it in there. Like, because there's not a...
Listen.
Because the relationship's not the same. But...
Listen, I don't want to spend the money to see their OnlyFans, but I would be interested to see what the
really
content
did
is.
for weeks. I think now, having not seen it, it's like past.
You think?
I had like a month window though. If it had come my way for like 4 straight weeks, I would have been all about it.
We talk about it so much though. I'm just curious, and I don't want to pirate it because that just feels like I'm taking money out of their pocket. So, but I don't want to pay for it. So I'm in a real quandary here.
Yeah, they've all, like everyone on this panel, we've all got dilemmas.
All right. So who won the reunion? Who's the clear LVP here?
Oh, somewhere Natalie or Venus, I've got to say. It's right there.
Yeah, for sure. I think Venus for me, probably.
Yeah, I mean, the Natalie and Kim stuff was a little much for me, so I guess having that, I'd go Venus, but I hope we get even more Venus next time.
Yeah,
sure.
Natalie just is so unbothered, and I love that about her. Like, nothing, like, phases her. She's just like, yeah, whatever. And I find that to be the play for a reunion.
Nothing phases her?
Well, you know what I mean. Like, she's not taking anything to heart. Do you know what I mean?
We'll see.
She's not
I wouldn't say, like, not reactionary.
No.
Is her...
She's definitely reactionary, but she's not taking anything. Nothing is, like, piercing her heart, and she's not, like, like, collapsing in on herself, like, crying about it. She's just like, whatever.
No. She's at the same time, like, protective of herself and out there ready to have fun. Like, there's a good balance. Yeah. Good, healthy balance, I think. I like her.
Who loses? It's Angelica, right? Like, it's Angelica.
Yeah, Kim really didn't do a lot.
Yeah,
of
you herself. Have a real Kim.
I'm gonna just say Kim because like, Angelica at least is just there for the clicks, basically.
Yeah,
and she's getting some clicks out of this.
Yeah,
more than Kim is. So I'm gonna say her.
And maybe even worse is like Clem.
I think Kim's gonna grow up to be the lady from a shoebox greetings card.
Kim is the one who's like standing on her like get off my lawn, calling like 911 on the kids playing football next door.
With a Turvis tumbler of a picture of her yelling at kids on her lawn with a picture of her, like it just goes one into the other.
Has a 22-year-old cat that like she can't let down. But like more than just her, generally, her stylist, her makeup, the lighting, like everybody was working so hard against her. Maybe she's a terrible person on set, so they were all just conspiring to make her look terrible.
Don't trust us. This looks good.
Yeah, like you look great. Yeah, that hair looks real great. This angle, your best. Not so much.
Up on the riser for you. That's where you're going. What So is that for you also? It's just between those two, I guess?
Yes, Kim generally. She's just such a, plain rice cake in a lot of ways. But
like, what if she hadn't, like, wouldn't you like to be able to watch the season just without her?
I feel like we did.
But we're talking about her.
Yeah, I mean, like, she just gave 0. Like, there was nothing, there was no addition. There was nothing that she came. Angelica is so try hard that I find that to be, like, oh, no, I'm on your side. Oh, no, I'm on your side.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that's off-putting too. I need more Shane in reunion
So
2.
what these are some things you want.
I need more Shane. I also would
My
really
number 1.
would like for Andy to get into the nitty-gritty of some things. Like, I want him to talk literally like, hey, Angelica, were you really like waiting outside his locked door? Hey, Marcus, did you really show different texts? Like, hey, I want him to get into like the minutia of it, because that is kind of where the tension lives, and that's where we lived this whole season. And then to be just so glossy over it, it just seems like they're doing us a disservice. And if you're going to give us 2 reunions,
Yeah.
like, come on.
If this is kind of like this one, then it could have been 1.
Yeah, exactly. So, do better. And we're not getting to Secrets Revealed, are we?
I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't either.
These 2 have been listed, but yeah, I want a little more Natalie, like we said also.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe we'll get a Parker or Mary Faith, one of our, folks that haven't come around, come on and do a Peter.
I would love it.
Serving cocktails or something also.
Yes, maybe they'll come behind the bar.
And DJ McKenna, I would like to see her.
Yes,
let's get her to
absolutely. I would love some third-party perspective here. So we did our first version of the Top Chef premiere. We are still, thinking about it. We have so much more to say. So that is going to post tonight. And I think because it dropped early on Peacock and then it's going to drop again on its regular time slot, I think we will have more to say about it. Jeff and I had some real, heart to heart and some real come to Jesus moments about it. And so I think I have more to say. Jeff has more to say, and we are still figuring out how to handle it. Go to our social media, like our Instagram, our YouTube, our TikTok, all of that. Find us all those places and let us know what you're thinking about this season so far and Top Chef. That's our big new thing right now. We are all Top Chef right now. So give us all the deets.
Thanks for listening, everybody.